everyone's having a blessed evening. I am having a blessed evening. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I'm back with another good one, right? And this one is that the major platforms want you to know how to get to it. They want you to know how to get to it, right? They put majority of these tools and the things that you need is to get to it. And what I mean about getting to it, fame, fortunes, riches, likes, shares, subscribes, lights, cameras, and actions, right? They give you these tools so you can get to money. Basically, so you don't have to do hard labor. You can sit in your home, you can sit anywhere, you can go out, right? And you can make money, right? There's pros and cons to it. There's pros and cons. But when a lot of these social medias like YouTube and a lot of social medias, right? When they came out, you had a lot of pros, and what I mean pros, that you had a lot of people that had talent and had skills, right? But they just couldn't get over the hump, and they was working for dead end jobs. They was working for a lot of employees, a lot of bosses, a lot of supervisor managers that they didn't like, right? They didn't like them. They didn't want to work there, but they had to work there in order to make ends meet and, to pay the bills, right? So social media played a major part of these guys becoming wealthy, becoming millionaires, because basically they was taking cars and turning them to luxuries. They were taking houses and renovating them. They was taking like vans and basically using these things like apartments, right? These vehicles. The reason why I'm saying is that people are still doing it, and there's many different major sites for these actually skills that is needed, right? But one of the major how you want to say it, major reviews and outlooks on things is what brings a lot of money in entertainment, of actually seeing people demise, actually talk about people demise, actually seeing fighting, shootings and killings, and these activities that dilute us, right, and misguide us as people. And it's all over these major platforms, right? So that's the cons to it, right? It's not pros. That's the cons to it. So they know that violence produce entertainment and produce a lot of money, because they know a lot of people are prone and want to watch violence, somebody getting shoot, somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed. They want to see people getting arrested and locked up, and sit here to talk about who's real, who's not real, and create content about it, right? But you got to say to yourself, when you do these things, you got to have a really, really cold heart. Yes, you got to have a cold heart. You got to be cold. Like, you cannot really care about anybody, right? Because the more you don't care and the more you talk about people and the more you talk about demise and the more you talk about people dumb, deaf, and blind of ignorance, right? And you get money off it, the more money you get, the more you promote, and the more you promote, and the more you procreate, and the more you procreate, because there's a lot of crime going on and a lot of violence going on, and they know that violence, right, pays the bill and also mislead and misinform us and misguide us amongst our children, right? People had become rich talking about people's demise. They became rich. They got cars, they got houses, they got, they became rich this off this. So once you learn this avenue and once you learn this and you know that there's a need for this and there's money over there, right? So you can start to procreate fake beef, fake murder, fake shootings, in order to mislead and misguide, right? But that is your objective. But the masses of people don't know. Like the viewers and like the people that consume this violence and entertainment that we call entertainment, they don't know. So these individuals actually act on what you put out there, right? People act on this, and by them acting on this, they are procreating violence and bloodshed, and you are a leading force to it, so you can pay your bills and not care about nobody else. This is an actual true fact, and this is what's going on a lot of these major platforms, right? When it comes to leading people to the right direction and guiding them to light, to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and guiding them to good information and to education and to vocational trainings, academic, and all of these other things, right? You're not met with a lot of views. You are not met with a lot of views because that's the pros. What we need is the cons, and the cons of it is somebody demise. So that is the lane of that violence and murder, death, kill, and these theories that's put out there, so you can promote it as a pro content creator, because you don't create anything, so you are a pro content creator. So you watch and see the news, you see the demise, you see the shootings, you see the killings, you seen people, the youth, and everybody else acting other than themselves by being ducked deaf and blind. And I'm not mean physically, but spiritually, right? You are talking about it and promoting it. And this is what's going on. Now, they said that this is a career. This is a career. It's a career. But you be the judge of that. You be the judge of that. So, get in my comments and let me know how you feel. Peace.